This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. As longtime listeners know, I sometimes run super productivity days called Do It Days. You can learn about them at doitdays.com, and there's a link in this episode's transcript. Participants check in hourly to share what they're doing, and we get a behind-the-scenes look at the wild, wild life of authors working on books, grad students absolutely slicing up brains to do research, and ministers preparing a Sunday sermon. Every Do It Day, someone always says, "In the next hour, I plan to write 6 pages of my novel." My heart sinks. 6 pages in 1 hour, I could never do that. I'm a pathetic, miserable failure. But then at the next hourly check-in, the once hopeful author calls in full of despair. I only got through a page and a half. I say sympathetic words. Inside, however, it's joy, happiness, schadenfreude. Who's the pathetic, miserable failure now, eh? And then I realized that when writing my book, I averaged at most 1 page per hour max, so their failure is better than my crowning achievement. Great. Now I suck again. Actually, I don't suck, and neither does my author friend. What sucks is human nature, specifically the planning fallacy. That's a fancy word that means that everyone underestimates how long it takes to do something. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman has proven it, and it took a lot more work to run the experiments than he thought it would. When we underestimate, we don't schedule enough time to complete a task, and we schedule too many competing commitments. We get overloaded and grumpy towards everyone around us. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to them, to your polyamorous family units and your pet chihuahua Spunky to learn how to estimate well so that you stay in a good mood. Track what you do. Your intuition won't estimate, so let's turn to the thing that gave us iPhones, Velcro, and Twinkies. Science. Science is great at understanding the world, especially when the world doesn't fit our intuition. Science starts with data and measurement. So, let's get measuring. Create a tracking grid for your activities like the one in the episode called How to Deal with a Boss Who Gives Too Much Work. The first column is a wide column where you'll write the activity that you're tracking. Then have enough small columns to track 15-minute increments throughout your workday. One column for 8 a.m. to 8:15 a.m., one column for 8:15 to 8:30, and so on. In this episode's transcript, there is a link to a printable PDF of the grid, so you don't even have to make it on your own. You can just download it. Now, measure to find out how long something really takes. Enter the task on the blank row. For example, write 5 pages of book. Set a timer to go off every 15 minutes, and when the timer goes off, put a check in the box corresponding to the time. When you finally finish, the row of check marks will tell you how long it actually took to finish the task. Voila! Now you're using science and confronting the cold, hard truth that it doesn't take 5 minutes to write 5 pages. It takes 5 hours or more. But there's a trick. Remember when you wanted to make sure that you used the word omphaloskepsis correctly? You looked it up in 6 different dictionaries. That wasn't time spent writing, but it was time spent in a task so closely related that it's likely to factor into future writing sessions as well. Track these related tasks separately from your main task. Below, write 5 pages of book. Label a line, writing related tasks. When your fingers are actually on the keyboard, check the write 5 pages line. But when you're doing related tasks that aren't actually writing, check off the writing related tasks line under the current time. Now you'll have an idea of how long writing takes you and how much of that time is actually spent doing the related activities that we never seem to remember in our intuitive estimates. And then there's the web. Remember when you visited that website to look up omphaloskepsis? You spent 20 seconds reading the definition and then 20 minutes browsing 50 reasons to be jealous of billionaires' dogs. It worked. In a jealous rage, you then spent 15 more minutes posting a scathing indictment of doggy-owning billionaires on your Facebook page. That isn't task-related overhead at all, it's plain old distraction. Your favorite internet sites thrive off consumer engagement. In other words, hijacking your attention and deliberately seeking to ruin your productivity. They call it targeted advertising. It's not. It's hijacking your attention and deliberately seeking to ruin your productivity. Now you know how long typing takes you. You know how much of that typing was related to writing-related tasks, and you know how much of that typing was pure distraction. Now that you know how long everything takes, use this knowledge. Knowledge is power. You now have knowledge. Thus, you have power, and you must use your powers wisely. Use your data to estimate how long something will take. After writing 450,000 words of Get It Done Guy content, I know that my writing speed is 400 words per hour without distractions. My heart says, I can write a book in a week. My data says otherwise. With distractions, let's not even go there. Use your data to control your workload. When you're tempted to take on something new, assess how realistic it is. If it would overload you, drop your existing responsibilities first, or just say no. Use your data to understand your business. If you know how long things take, you can estimate the total capacity of your business. A coaching client who does marketing studies determined that it takes one person 10 days to prepare a marketing study. The 6-person firm, with all 6 people working, uses this knowledge. They know they can handle 6 simultaneous clients max in any 10-day segment. Don't let your estimating make your life a living heck. Get a grid to track your time, including the tasks and interruptions that are related and the tasks and interruptions that you often forget. Soon you'll be able to estimate like a pro. This is Steve Robbins. Check out today's transcript with links to the PDF tracking grid at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. I'm a great keynote speaker on topics ranging from Charisma 101 to leading an extraordinary life to leadership and business strategy. Hire me for your next event. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.